it's disappointing to say the very least. And it's time for change in Washington D.C. I say to all the listeners out there that are fed up, that feel alienated, that our representative does not represent our views in Washington D.C. That there's an opportunity. There's an opportunity come 2 November to come out to the polls.
Has to be.
And to support change that represents conservative principles in America. And that's our campaign. Chris Gibson for Congress. I'm asking for your help. I'm asking for your vote.
Chris, you I assume in the months ahead are going to be out at various events all over this 20th Congressional District, which stretches up and down the valley. Yeah. Is that schedule of events posted on your website? We
do. We put it on Facebook. I will tell you, Tom, this has been 7 days a week. I've taken 1 day off since I left the Army. I retired from the Army on the 28th of February of this year. My wife and I were in this. In fact, the whole family. We have 3 kids, Katie, Maggie, and Connor, 12, 11, and 8, respectively. And the whole team here, Team Gibson, is all in. And so, my wife and I were out 3 to 4 days a week on the campaign trail, meeting the great folks of the 20th District. Our kids come out 1 or 2 days a week when it's family-friendly and appropriate, like i.e. farm days and festivals and chance for them to do rides and otherwise to learn about the culture and the history of our 20th District. We're all out, and this is going to continue. This pace that we're on, we're not going to let up. We move all about this district. We have 137 towns. We're reaching out very aggressively to Republicans, conservatives, independents, Tea Party movement followers, and Democrats looking for a better way. We're reaching out to them with a message of fiscal responsibility, individual responsibility, corporate responsibility, growing the private sector side, and securing and protecting our freedoms.
I guess my word to listeners, and I've said this to my friends over and over again, is regardless of your party affiliation, take off your partisan blinders and really study the issues and the candidates and do their actions match their words.
Absolutely.
That's what it has to be.
That is the operative way to put it.
And these actions, what trajectory does this put our nation on, not just for ourselves, but for our children and our grandchildren?
We cannot sustain this.
No.
We are the greatest country, I believe, that in the history of mankind. But if we don't take the right choices, we could very well have a demise.
Mm-hmm.
And I would tell you what, we run the risk of being the first generation to leave our country worse off than we found it. And to me, that's unconscionable.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's why we're in this. I mean, this is a cause.
Yep.
It's not only about our economic future; it's about our moral future. And we're going to give this thing every bit, every ounce of energy. And our commitment is 110% to bring victory in November and then change beginning in January.
Well, and of course, in the interest of fairness, over the last however long Scott Murphy's been in office, I have invited him repeatedly to be on the show with me. So far, he hasn't taken me up on the offer. The offers will still be out there, but I certainly look forward to having you back in the months ahead because we've painted this with a broad brush, and I will want to discuss some of the specific issues in more detail as we go forward, and particularly the cap and trade, which they've sold it on environmental protection, which there's virtually none of in there. I'm involved with the Federal Workforce Investment Board. I've been involved with that for 15 years. There's a lot that needs to be done with respect to job creation. Chris, we have just 1 minute left. I'd like you to give out your contact information again, please.
Tom, thanks again. It's www.chrisgibsonforcongress.com. That's our website. You can get our Facebook right off that. And our campaign phone number, 518-758-2440. Greatly appreciate this opportunity to be with you.
Chris, and I was going to say this at the outset, and I forgot to do it, and talked about your family. I had the opportunity to meet you and your wife, Mary Jo, at the Milan Town Hall last week, and I really was honored that you took the time to come out and talk one-on-one with the people there. And, it's not easy taking on this new mission that you've taken on, but it's so valuably needed. And I would ask listeners also to conclude with this thought. We need great leaders, not politicians. Thank you, Chris Gibson. Thanks for being with me on Hudson Valley Focus.
Okay, God bless.
Bye-bye.